We look outside right now, it's 65 degrees on this picture perfect day in the city. Dew point, very comfortable level, 48 degrees, and a nice wind in New York City. Taking a look at the winter weather outlook just released by NOAA, we have a La Nina pattern in Sacramento. We got up to 114, which tied an all-time record high. Now, the one cool spot of the country is our area. We're in the upper 60s. So what are we going to talk about? Well, we have Hurricane Ian in the Gulf, and that's going to be the big story throughout this week as we're still trying to pinpoint exactly where it's going to make landfall. More on that momentarily. For us, it's going to be mostly sunny skies with a few showers today, and we have temperatures in the upper 60s. Still a pretty pleasant night out there, but the humidity will stay on the high side for these next few days. When you start to get above the 60 mark, that's more of that humid air. Storm report up in Rhode Island. This is Cranston, Rhode Island. This is from 10:02 a.m., so you could easily have exceeded this number already, but there was 11 inches of rain. So the latest is it is in fact a hurricane. It is actually continuing to increase in strength. It's an 80-mile-per-hour storm moving to the northwest at around 13 miles per hour. Pressure is decreasing, signs of a strengthening storm, and it's going into these warm waters. That's going to provide a lot of fuel for this storm, and that's exactly what the National Hurricane Center thinks is going to happen. It's going to increase in strength, potentially get as high as a Category 4. And I did want to talk about the Yankee game. Yankees have a big game tonight, but after that we're going to the Bronx for Game 3. Temperatures in the mid-60s for that one. Going to be a picture-perfect day. What a difference outside today. This radar looks a lot different than it has the last few days. Actually, it hasn't looked this dry since last Friday. The good news is the dry air looks like it's going to stay in place. Today, we're going to get up to the mid-70s. Going to feel a lot better with that sun out there. Temperatures falling off into the low to mid-60s. So Ian made landfall yesterday as a powerful Category 4 storm just south of Fort Myers, Florida. Category 4 storm. There were gusts as high as 140 miles per hour south and west of Tampa, 20 inches plus of rain. But it did weaken as it moved over land, actually fell down to a tropical storm. But currently it's back up to a hurricane status as it moved into the warmer waters of the Atlantic. 75-mile-per-hour storm. And it's going to have some time to intensify a bit as it traverses the Atlantic. Could get to maybe a moderate to upper level Category 1 storm before it makes landfall along the southeastern coast of South Carolina. Could be some big issues there. Now, right now, winds are on the lighter side, but expect these to increase as the center of the storm takes that northwest hook, dropping potentially hurricane force winds near Charleston, South Carolina. Not only that, but the sustained wind, which has been going on for days now out of the east, is already causing some flooding, coastal flooding issues there, and that will only continue. Could see a 4 to 7 foot storm surge. That's a little bit dependent on the exact track, if it's going to go, say, north or south of Charleston. But right now, it looks like it may fall a bit south of the city, and that could kind of be a worst case scenario for them as that water will pile up. You'll have the sustained southeast wind. Now, for us, the big story is going to be the rain that we're going to be seeing in bouts, but the first bout could be the heaviest Saturday or late Friday night into early Saturday. Could be a good soaking, especially east of New York City, perhaps 1 to 3 inches of rain. Now, right now, some high clouds are fanning in from the south, and that's actually the start of the cloud deck of Ian. It interacted a bit with a front that fanned out these clouds, and it is giving way for this beautiful sunset that we're seeing outside right now. It's 62 degrees, humidity's 50%. A bit of a cool feel out there with that northwest wind at 8. We only got up to 66 degrees. Still in the 60s in Newark, 61 in Trenton, and down to 52 in Monticello. So the next 4 days are going to be quite busy. We're going to have those high clouds from Ian tomorrow, but it should remain dry until, say, after 2 in the morning, and then by then could be heavy rain as one leg of Ian moves through. Although the second half of the day, Saturday, looks salvageable, but still going to be cool and breezy. Then Sunday is going to remain breezy, but we're kind of going to be in between these two pieces of Ian. So just some lighter showers before Monday comes around, and we could again see a better risk of some showers. And then by then have some coastal concerns as we have this persistent eastern wind, which could cause some minor to perhaps moderate coastal flooding along the Jersey shoreline. So for tonight, 55 degrees, partly cloudy for your day. Tomorrow, filtered sunshine as those clouds move in from the north. Cool day, more sunshine in the morning. more clouds in the afternoon. And then for tomorrow, you won't need the umbrella until late, but then after 2 a.m., all bets are off. Could be some heavy activity. Again, the best risk is south and east of New York City. If you're north of, say, I-84, it may not even be too bad out there, just some very light showers. So it's going to be a very tight gradient with this first leg of Ian, but that's going to be continuing Sunday, Monday, better risk Monday and Tuesday, and then by Wednesday and Thursday, we start to dry out and perhaps return towards near normal conditions.